Next up, and I believe our final award for the evening, is the Legend Pioneer Award, which goes to Mark Schlichting, who I'm so thankful to have the opportunity to get to know these last few years. Mark was a creator of Broderbund Living Books and is now founder of NoodleWorks, which was just recognized a moment ago for Best Educational Product. But he was selected from a list of dozens of other inspiring developers that's influencing the younger generation of creators today in the app world. The first time that Mark created some really stellar products was at Broderbund by way of Living Books with titles like Just Grandma and Me, which, by the way, Mark played the voice of Grandma. And the second with his new app, NoodleWorks, NoodleWords, excuse me, the winner of the education category. Jurors said it's about time this guy got recognized for his contributions to the field. Mark, we're so proud that you are a pioneer. Please come up and accept the Pioneer Award. Thank you.
Well, it's hard to follow the guitar solo there. That was terrific. And I want to thank the judges and Rob and Warren. I feel very honored and grateful to receive this award, and humbled to be included in those who have won this award before. So thank you. And I've been making interactive content now for children for almost 25 years. That makes me the dinosaur, if not a legend in some ways. And this award for innovation had me thinking about the creative process. As it is with most pioneers, we're often in the position of selling a vision of how things could be. In my early days as a designer, I spent a lot of time creating a shared vision about products no one had ever seen before for a market that was non-existent. So you often, a lot of times, just trying to sell people. And pioneer spirit is about having a vision and then getting other people to follow you out into relatively uncharted territory. I think that was part of Steve Jobs' special gift. And you know, I want to thank Steve myself just because he made my whole career possible by putting out the creative tools in the hands of someone like me who was a building contractor before. I was inspired to get into software because I couldn't find any computer programs that my young boys wanted to play with except Nintendo. And with their Nintendo, I saw how motivated they were and how 3 boys would play for hours with 1 controller, no manual, and get to the 52nd level of the game. But try and get those same boys to do 15 minutes of homework was like pulling teeth. And I knew right then that there was a huge opportunity to help change the future of education and the way educational content could be presented. Because if it was done well, kids everywhere would become more willing participants in their own educational process because it was fun, because it turned them on, because it was what they wanted to do. So then the question came, how could I, as an adult, create magical interactive experiences that would delight kids and capture their interest? The trick, I learned, was to remember and to connect with my own kids first, but then to connect with my own inner child and what he wanted. So, for instance, as a child, I always wanted to go inside Dr. Seuss's Horton Hears a Who and play inside Whoville, because they had so many weird musical instruments and contraptions. I just wanted to go in there and experiment and play. So remembering that was part of what inspired creating Living Books, where kids could go inside the pages of the book and play. And our new app, NoodleWorks, was manifested in much the same way. It came from asking the question, what if words were toys? and then being quiet enough to listen to the avalanche of ideas that came from that point of view. When we can connect with the child mind, the beginner's mind, innovation comes easily because we're in touch with our heart's desire and not confined by expert opinions or rules. The thing about kids is that they aren't into playing with something because it will be profitable. They aren't into playing with something because they will be famous. They aren't into playing with something because they were told it was good for them. When kids are engaged and immersed in something, it's about their own deep need to understand the intrinsic nature of how the universe itself works. And that desire is what speaks to them and engages them. As designers of children's content, and as designers looking for innovation and new ideas, we need to have the same sense of joy and willingness to just play and let the world teach us. So that's some of what I've learned. Thank you again.